Hey, and welcome back to CTLA4 Chronicles. We wanted to do like an official video update on Catalina and the video visit we had with Boston, but we're having some severe technical issues, and I've literally been saying that for months. But like we got a new camera because we were having like white noise issues when we were recording with my phone. Um, and now we think that it's actually one of the cables and it's not the phone, because when we tried to record last night, like there was no audio at all. It was ridiculous, and we just kind of threw our hands up. So I'm making a short video today to kind of give an update on what's going on, because I know I've had like some family and friends asking. So we had a video visit last week with Boston Children's Hospital with the rheumatology department, and Catalina sees them like once to twice a year right now because she's pretty stable. And overall, it was a pretty good visit. She's off steroids, which is huge. It's been literal years, and we weren't sure she was ever going to come off of them. She's really not on a ton of medication right now. Like, she's on the Orencia that she gets an infusion of once a month. She's on IVIG that she gets at the same time as the Orencia. And then she does like a daily oral chemo, which is called sirolimus. And we actually alternate. We don't do it every day. It's every other day because it causes a lot of mouth ulcers and some like GI distress. But like with the routine and stuff that we have going on, she's been pretty stable, which is great. We have run into a few issues being off the steroids every time we kind of come off the steroids this year anyway, with like bowel incontinence, which is, pretty big, especially for a 6-year-old. And then she had like her first flare last week, which she hasn't had in a long time. Like, it's been so long that our first thought was not flare. Our first thought was like, oh man, she's sick. And then like it passed, and her flares look like she gets a fever. She has like severe leg pain. She's got severe fatigue. She won't eat. She's just like, feels like crap. And in the past, I mean, her fevers have gotten up to 105, and we've been in the emergency room and they're testing her for sepsis and everything else. And it's literally just like her body causing all of this inflammation, and like it's almost killed her a few times. But this last flare was pretty okay. It was less than 24 hours. We didn't have to give her anything for it. Like, I gave her Tylenol for her discomfort, but outside of that, like, she was okay. So we're going to wait to see if she has another flare before we change any medications. But if she does, we're going to go up on the Orencia. And like I think she's got plenty of room to go up, because we're like, there's a max point, and I don't think that she's even close to that, but I got to talk to her rheumatology team. We also are going to be seeing pulmonary next week, and she's going to have a pulmonary function test because she does have some lung involvement. And she's supposed to be on an inhaler every day, but like with everything with transplant and stuff, and she was doing okay. We fell off with doing it every day. And with talking with rheumatology, they said that we like should be on that. Literally, like, she has to be on that every day to try to prevent things from getting worse, even if she seems like she's okay. So we're going to start that back up after we see Palm next week. And then we see Boston GI, I believe, in like 2 or 3 weeks, to go over like her weight gain or lack of weight gain, even with like feeding tubes and everything else. And then we're also going to be seeing nutrition, because one of the biggest things for her right now is, even though like everything else is kind of stable, she's still a failure to thrive. So she's still like itty bitty, not gaining weight the way she should. She's not even on the growth scale because she's so low. So I am hoping that maybe we can change some formula options, because I don't love the formula that she's on right now. And we've tried to do blended foods, and it doesn't work in her pump, which is really frustrating. It like jams the whole thing, and then we have to throw the whole bag out, and it's just frustrating. So I'm hoping that maybe we can change that, and that'll help with some of her weight gain, because if we can incorporate like blended foods, maybe if we change her pump, that'll help her gain weight too, instead of just doing the formula. So, one step at a time. And it's been stable-ish for her. And when we were talking with rheumatology, they were saying that even though everything's stable, the fact that she's not gaining weight and stuff, and she's growing a little bit, but not like how she should, means that we just might not have everything as under control as we think we do. So we're just kind of keeping an eye on that. But next week's going to be a busy week, because I have to be in Boston on Tuesday. Catalina has a video visit with endocrinology with Yale on Tuesday. So Dad has to stay home with the 3 kids and do all that. And then Wednesday, Dad has to take Catalina to Boston for her pulmonary function test because I can't take her. So 2 Boston trips next week. And then, I think the week after that is infusion. And then there's other appointments. And it's just, this is where our life starts to get crazy again, when we start scheduling all these appointments and we already have appointments on the books. And it's just like week after week after week. Now we're back to appointments. We had a little bit of a break, which was nice. And with kids sports and everything else, like it really wasn't much of a break, but it was in terms of like our medical stuff. Thanks for tuning in to the latest update on Catalina. Next week, hopefully we'll be able to do a real podcast on how the appointments went with Boston and how everything's going. So thanks for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe.